Welcome to Fix My Ship, the relationship talk show where we keeping it real, honest, and all the way helpful. From situationships to marriages, friendships to family drama. If it's a ship, we're fixing it. Expect straight talk, real solutions, and a little bit of humor to help you steer your relationship in the right direction. If you vibing with us, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss a drop. Let's get into it.
Welcome to another episode of Fix My Ship. I have another guest with me. You know, we have been talking about relationships, and the last set that we had was the church ladies. So this time I'm going to let, again, my guests introduce themselves before we get started.
It's your boy Dre, man.
All right. And for those of you who don't know, this will be kind of like this the parentship / sonship episode. So Dre is my son. So again, these are unrehearsed and unscripted. So we're going to talk about any and everything. I already told him if he don't want it to be repeated, he better not say it. I didn't even ask him if it was anything that was off topic that he didn't want to talk about. So we're going to just call this for what it is. So he is my oldest child. What does that mean? You glad to be the oldest?
I mean, yeah, I'm glad to be the oldest.
And do you act like a big brother
Of course.
all the time?
I let my siblings answer that when they come on.
So what is the role of a big brother?
Role of a big brother. Honestly, role of a big brother to me is like just being there, watching over them, taking care of them, being tough on them sometimes, being a person they could come to and talk to about anything, pretty much, yeah.
Do you feel like you did that? We gotta stop. Do you feel like you did that?
Do I feel like I did that? As in what sense? I'm doing it now.
You doing it now?
Yeah, every day.
Okay, so what would you say to those individuals? Because I am an older sister or older sibling, but I do have older brothers and sisters. So what do you say to those people who are older siblings or the oldest? Are y'all treated the same? Do you feel like you got treated the same?
Nah, definitely not treated the same. I feel like we are the guinea pigs. The oldest are the guinea pigs. Anybody that's the oldest, they know like it's gonna be rocky.
So are you trying to say your parents they don't know, they didn't know what they was doing?
Yeah.
First time around.
Yeah.
But y'all not that far apart in age. Like it was 3 of y'all in 3 years, so y'all like a year and 18 months apart.
I'm the first one. I'm the first one to graduate. I'm the first one to get their license. I'm the first one to do it all, regardless.
Oh, to do it all. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So, the first one to get your license. You want to talk about that?
I got my license.
Yeah.
I got my license because I wanted to drive myself to prom. I don't think I got my license.
Now, who you with? Who did you go with?
Oh yeah, my auntie took me.
Your auntie took you.
Yeah.
Did we know?
Did y'all know? I don't think y'all knew.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, I told because y'all wasn't here. You wasn't here. You wasn't.
It doesn't matter.
You wasn't here. Who was gonna take me?
Your daddy was here.
He was always working, so cool. I just went upon myself to ask my auntie, can you take me to go get my license?
Wait, your auntie or your auntie Gotti?
Yeah, my auntie, not my auntie Gotti.
That's your sister. That's the auntie Gotti. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This fake mama auntie. Got you. Okay,
yeah.
I had wrong. Got you.
This my real mama auntie.
Oh, okay. But it's fake mama though, auntie. That's what I'm saying. I feel what I said.
Yeah. That part.
She thinks she a real mama, but okay, go ahead.
Shout out to her.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, mine. You already had took my what they call it, learner's permit in school. I went to school. They gave me my little driving's permit there. I'm like, man, I need my license now. So auntie like, all right, I'll take you. She ended up taking me and my brother. My brother ended up getting his permits, I think. And I ended up getting my license. Yep. I still ain't drive to prom. I end up getting chauffeured around.
Who chauffeured y'all?
Monty. Yep. Monty end
Oh,
up chauffeuring
the
us
same
around.
auntie.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
My auntie end up chauffeuring us around in a BMW.
Shout out to fake mama. Okay.
Look at you hating. Don't be a
Is.
hater. Don't be a hater.
So, what was it like? So for those of y'all who don't know, he is my oldest child, and between me and my husband, we have 7 children, and my husband is not his father. We did have this discussion earlier today, but we're gonna talk about it now because I think it's a lot of people that deal with that dynamic of you have a what they call bonus dads or whatever. So I'll just let you go through that experience of learning that information.
More, more so like what we talking about?
How you found out? Just that whole.
Oh, I found
and
out.
How you felt?
Okay. So what I was in the 3rd grade. I was probably like 7 or 8, something like that. Probably 8 or 9. But yeah, I came home one day. Mama was on the computer. She had a picture of my biological father. I'm just looking at the computer. Mind you, she ain't even asked me nothing yet. I'm just looking at the computer. She gonna ask me, "Oh, do you know who this is?" I'm looking at her like, "Nah." But in the back of my mind, I'm like, "This lady better not say this my dad." Like, she tripping. I'm like, "Nah, I'm gonna play dumb." Nah. Oh, this your daddy. What? DJ D-Rex, spin the beat. What you mean this my dad? Yeah, this your dad. So the man, at the time my dad was outside. So the man outside, that ain't my daddy? Nah. All right, cool. So that was kind of like, I don't even know how to describe that feeling. I was just more shocked than anything. But yeah.
But when we did talk earlier, what did you say? You talking about you always knew what?
I always felt like something wasn't right. I always felt like that wasn't my dad. I just knew like something ain't right. All right, cool, whatever. But yeah, it was just signs. I was just like, maybe I'm tripping. But yeah. What else? What else happened? Oh yeah, I met my siblings. I met my older siblings. So on my dad's side,
No names.
yeah, on my dad's side, I met all my older siblings. Yeah, I got to meet them. That was kind of cool. It's kind of crazy that I'm the youngest and the oldest at the same time. I find that to be unique. I don't think everybody could say that they're the youngest and the oldest. But yeah.
So, is there anything that you want to talk about? Because I'll just go through whatever questions I have as I come
Anything
through.
I want to talk about?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, let's get it.
All right. So, what is it like growing up as a church kid? Do you consider yourself a church kid?
Yeah, I grew up in the church. Yep. I was raised in a church. So, do I consider myself a church kid? I wouldn't technically say I'm a church kid, but I was raised in the church. I know who Jesus is. I know who God is. So, yeah.
Do you go to church now?
Do I go to... No, I do not go to church now.
Why don't you go to church now?
I don't even know. I go every now and then, but not like I need to. I know I need to go more than when I've been going.
So do you feel that you have to go to church to have a relationship with God?
Nah, I don't feel like you have to go to church to have a relationship with God. God is everywhere. Okay. I feel like God is within me. So I don't feel like I need to go to church to have a relationship with God.
All right. How do you know that God is real?
I done been through some things. God revealed himself. I was in an accident not too long ago. Based off the accident, you would think I'd be dead based off how my car looked. But I walked out with nothing wrong with me, just a scratch. Teeny tiny scratch, really. Everybody was just telling me I'm blessed. I knew it was nobody but God. Anyway, when the car flipped back over, I touched myself, moved my legs, touched my head, got up out the car immediately. Thank God, I knew it was him. Yeah.
Okay. So, do you have any regrets as far as going back in your childhood with us as your parents, and
Do I have any
or
regrets?
anything that you would do differently, or
Nah,
that you wish you had?
that I wish I had. Nah, I don't. I
There's a
don't
lot of
regret.
y'all.
Yeah, I don't regret nothing. Like everything happens for a reason. I feel like, so I don't regret nothing that happened in my past. Um. Mm, oh, one thing I do wish I did differently was take care of school. When it came to school and sports, I wish I handled some things differently. That's it. Other than that, I don't regret it though.
What grade are you talking about? What phase?
Going into college. Going into college. Handling college differently. Taking recruitment more seriously. That's it.
So, what was the offer on the table that we gave you, if you remember? Because I remember it quite well.
I don't remember.
So, you wanted to go to some school in Michigan, I think it was. Is that, I don't remember the name of the school.
I wanted to go to a school in Michigan.
Yes, and
I
they were
probably
giving
did.
you. They were giving you half of your scholarship was covered.
Uh-huh.
It was really like everything would have been covered if you was somebody staying at home that lived in Michigan.
Yeah.
And then the other half was your room and board, which equaled the same amount as school.
So they gave me a partial scholarship.
Right. But you just needed your room and board. So I said, you always was the flashy when I told you everything got a match. You got this Miami pretty boy complex. But I said, I ain't doing that. I ain't have the faith that you was gonna do what you needed to do. And your nana, let him have the college experience. I said he get a college experience on your dime.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, okay, this what we'll do. We got a nice little Miami-Dade Community College, which is like,
oh yeah. All right. Speaking of that, I'm glad you said that. So look, anybody that plays sports, they know like you don't go to no Miami-Dade College and then talk about, oh, I'm finna transfer and do all this. Nah, like I'd rather go JUCO. That I did. I went JUCO, then went off to a big school. They was trying to make me go to Miami-Dade College for
that's
what?
the number one junior college in the country.
But I play sports though. I wanted to play sports too.
But that wasn't the only thing. And then we was gonna give you a car right then and there.
Yeah, they was gonna give me a car.
And then all you had to do 1 year, and then we would have paid for everything. We would have signed our name for whatever loans you needed.
I was just like, nah, I'm not taking that offer.
And what happened?
I ended up going to a JUCO. I should have never went to the JUCO down here, but I ended up going to the JUCO down here. Pandemic came, everything. It was just all type of stuff going on. I stopped going to classes, everything. I just gave up on school. I just had
the pandemic came. I'm gonna let you have that one. I'm gonna just leave that as is. Cause when you graduated,
I graduated 2019.
Okay, so I'm gonna let y'all do the math.
The pandemic came 2020.
Yes. We just gonna leave that story right
So within 6 months, that's all I had. 6 months. 6 months. Yeah. Pandemic came.
And when you start going to school?
Like 2020. Like it was like 20.
It was like Halloween, Thanksgiving.
Technically, I've been stopped going to school.
Y'all hear this? Y'all hear this?
Yeah,
talking about the pandemic.
Yeah, technically, I been had stopped going to school. But if we being real, yeah.
So what happened? Did we do anything? We ain't get mad at you, did we?
No, y'all ain't get mad at me. Y'all had got a letter. I think y'all got a letter in the mail or something saying I wasn't going to class. Something like that. Y'all had got a letter. I was just like, nothing caught up with me now. I just used to go to football practice. That was that. Like, then they had us. This was another thing. They had us taking classes online. One thing I learned about myself, like, I can't do nothing online for real. I gotta be face to face. I gotta be hands on. I'm a hands on learner, so
Okay.
I can't do that.
What were you going to school for?
What was I going to school for at the time? I think I was majoring in business. Yeah,
Business.
yeah. But now that I know what I know, I don't need no degree for business. It just look good.
It just looked good.
Yeah, I feel like it just look good.
So that means you kind of glad that you didn't go.
Yeah, I would have been wasting my time and money for that major. Yeah, I feel.
All right. So I asked some of my clubhouse friends because I was like, "Oh, what y'all want us to talk about?"
Mm-hmm.
So I did get a message that came through after we started, and they were like, "He said some of the topics we could talk about, and it's up to you, whatever it is you want to talk about." It was like,
Go ahead, X away.
They said, "Well, this is the topics they gave: sex, trust, friendships, and finances."
Okay.
So what you want to talk about?
All of them. We can talk about all of them.
All right. You go in any order. What you want to do?
Huh? What, ma?
What you want to do? Sex, trust, friendships, finances. Which one we talking about first?
Let's do friendships.
All right. What about your friend?
So, I mean, I ain't have too many friends growing up. I still don't got too many friends now. I probably only had one best friend my whole life from the 2nd grade. We stopped talking. That's crazy. We stopped talking. Well, we ain't even stopped talking. We just disconnected. Like, time had went by. We ended up going to different schools. We lost connection. I just recently reconnected with him probably a couple weeks ago. But yeah, friends, I ain't have too many. I don't consider myself a friendly person. I'm reserved. I'm more laid back. But if you know me, you know me. Yeah.
All right. So how'd you meet your friend this last round? What happened?
I met him at the casino. I be in the casino. I met him at the casino.
Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all see, even though he talking, you see he real short on answers. Okay. All right. So friendships went real quick. Okay. All right. So
you gotta ask me a question. I don't know.
No. It's just it is what it is. It is what it is. So did you try to have friends, or it was just if they talk to me, they talk to me.
I mean, all right. Let me not say I don't have friends. Like, I'm well known. Like, people know me. I know a lot of people, but like to actually like consider somebody my friend, I ain't got too many. I can count on my hand how many friends I got. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'm letting you stay in your zone. I ain't trying to make it all crazy or whatever.
No.
So I'm trying to, All right. So we got we'll go to the next F. Finances.
What about it?
All right. What about it? So I don't know. What are you? Are you a millennial or you borderline?
I'm Gen Z.
You Gen Z?
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you have a plan? Were you taught about money, or what was the situation?
Growing up in our house, we was taught how to save money, but we wasn't taught. I feel like we wasn't taught how to like multiply money. I feel.
You put that a nice way. I like that.
Yeah, we wasn't taught how to multiply money.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, what else you said?
No, just what is your relationship with money? And how you handle money, unless you learn as an adult.
Yeah.
Whatever it is you went through as a child definitely affects how you are
perceive
when you're an
money.
adult.
Yeah, facts. Me, I love money. Money. People say money is the rule of all evil. I don't think so.
It's the love of money.
Yeah.
That's the root of all evil.
Yeah. I love money. Money. I'm not money driven, but to do the things you want to do, I believe you need money. I don't care what you say. Like, to enjoy yourself. People say, "Oh, I'm happy without money." Not me. I'm happy with money. I like money. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I love money. Money make me happy.
That might be because you still young. So this the
Nah.
thing. I'm happy
Young,
without money.
old, I'm happy with
No.
money. I got money in my pocket. I'm a little more happy.
You right, but if my bills are paid, that make a little difference.
Uh-uh.
You know, so it ain't just you got money because you need to do something with that money.
Right.
So that's the thing. So if I got all my bills paid and I ain't got as much money as I want to, I'm all right with that. Because when you ain't got no money and your bills not paid, that's a whole nother different situation.
Yeah, you depressed for no reason because you ain't got no money. That's not good. Mm-mm.
So that's something that probably needs to be talked about, even still in the church, because all they do is teach us to pay tithes and offering, or whatever. They don't teach you what to do with the quote unquote 90% or 85%. By the time you gave your offering, they don't teach you what to do with the rest of it. It's just pay your bills and render unto Caesar what is due unto Caesar.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the religious community, at least in our ethnicity, we could do a little bit better. And it may be the Reformation that we're with, but we do need to do a little bit better on the education.
I feel like our community as a whole, we need to have more financial literacy, like with anything. We not taught that as a whole, so it's just passed down what you know to the next generation.
Right.
But we got to come out of that.
It's like you just hoping you got the right family line, that you'll start out a little bit better.
Yeah.
And it's a guy on YouTube I watch, black guy, trying to pull up the thing now. I think his name is Aaron.
Yeah.
Can't think of the rest of his name right now because I'm going too fast. But that's somebody that I also watch. And it's like everybody knows it, but very little people are doing something about it. So I know for me, I used to tell y'all, look, it's too many of y'all for y'all to think that we finna sit here and pay for everybody to go to college.
Oh, yeah.
So another discussion that I've had about finances was how down here in South Florida, how the Latino community has multi-generational families. No, just the generations that live together or whatever. And
yeah, they do that. They good at that.
Right.
Stand with each other. Stand down.
So why do you think we don't do that in the black community?
We got a lot of self-hate, I feel like we quick to hate on each other, then help each other build. Like, I don't know. We don't move. We say we family, but we don't move as a family. Like, if you look at other ethnicities and races, they move as a group. They move as one. Black people, I feel like we move for ourselves. We don't move as one, I feel.
So what does that look like? Either us working together or not working together. What does that look like?
All right. Say we all got this one say we all got our goals, right? We all got this one common goal. At the end of the day, you want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer, I want to be whatever. I want to own my business, whatever. So let's say we gonna all put our eggs in one basket for you. All right, we're gonna pay for your school. We're gonna put everything towards you. We're gonna invest in you. So now it's somebody else's turn. After you do what you do, you go off to school, you complete school. Now you on to your thing. You're doing whatever you're doing. Now it's the next person. We invest in you. Now we putting everything into you. How can I say it?
So you're saying that's what the good side. I don't want to say good side, but that's a good model for what that looks like. So in the black community, what happened? What happens in the black community? Even just in your own experience, what happened as far as you saying
in the black community? They quick to kick you out. They quick to kick you out. Like you in the black community, I feel like you learn quick how to fend for yourself. I feel. Remember, we only, like, in the black community, we only pass down what we taught. Like, they don't try nothing new, I feel like. They don't try a different way. They gonna do whatever way they was taught. So, that's how I feel about that.
Okay. Now, you over here, like, talking about you put out. Were you put out?
Was I put out? No, I wasn't put out. I left.
What normally happens? Do you think is that a 18 put out, 21 put out, or 30
Once
put out?
you get grown,
What do you call? You got to just
all right.
you got to define it.
Once you out of school, or once you able to like work a job, oh, you finna do that. I feel like in our community, like you gonna do that. You don't got time to like sit back and relax and think about what you want to do. Nah, you gotta. Now it's time your turn to pay bills. I feel.
And that's where I feel like my problem is. I'm like, if you want your child to be grown at 18, whether they say they grown or not, but if in your mind as a parent you want that child to be grown at 18, you need to prepare them to be grown at 18.
Right.
It's not no magic switch
like
that
we gonna know
turns on just because they became 18, let alone if you got an early birthday or a late birthday I should say, and you turn 18 while you're in high school. God forbid that. So I think a lot of times people don't realize those expectations that they have, and that's a one-sided expectation. Or now it's just you're expected to participate in these bills, and you become, it's almost like your family or your parents become a leech off of you. And it's like, okay, so you just want me to work just so I can give you my money. And it's like, well, I'm providing all of this, but that's again, you don't teach the kids the value in the money, or the fact that you ain't gonna be able to stay nowhere for free. Everybody gets that part. But if you're taking the majority of the money just because the majority of your money is gone, again, that's where it goes back to passing down those same things. You just dealing with money. Well, I ain't got no money. I pay all my bills. It's the same way for you.
Yeah.
And you will get parents, your check $600 and they still want you to get them $500 for rent. It's like, so you telling me you live with just $200 extra? So, I think no, you don't have to make it so easy where they don't get the reality of sometimes you're not going to have all the money you want to have to do what it is you want to do.
Yeah.
But we don't have to put people in that situation where they struggle. And there's a lot of stories that I've read where I think the parents was asking the child for the money all while they were in college. They saved up the money, and the child got mad because they were like, look, I struggled to work for that money. I would have rather have had the money, and the parents gave all the money back.
Yeah. But
the child was upset with it because they was like, man, what's going on? It didn't work for them. Or I think maybe you at least get a child some type of warning, but depending on your situation, you like, look, I struggled too hard while I was in school. I could have focused on my grades. I could have made better grades, got a higher GPA, or just had better opportunities had I not been stuck at work all the time.
Yeah. That'd be another thing. I feel like in our community, like that's our number one enemy. Like worrying about where the next meal gonna come, how we gonna pay this bill. Like, you so focused on that, you ain't got time to focus on the other stuff for real. That really matters.
And that's what causes people to get in the trouble that they get in.
Right.
Because you'll do anything if you hungry, let alone if you got any children or anything like that. You gonna do whatever it is you need to do to survive, and you willing to do the punishment for the crime. So, anything else you want to say about finances? We talked about friendships and finances.
No, that's it.
You want to talk about any parentships, like your relationships with you and your parents?
My relationship with me and my parents, I don't know. I'm learning. I'm still learning.
You want to tell them how old you are or no?
I'm 24 years old. I'll be 25 in October.
Okay.
I'm a Libra. Shout out to the Libras out there.
Oh my God, la Libras. But so let me see what else he had on his list. So he had sex and trust.
Trust goes into, I don't know. What do you mean by that? Elaborate.
Trust can be anything. So whether it's still trust in all of your relationships. So that's trust in your friendships,
right?
Your siblingships, all of those different things.
I feel like you should just trust that person to be them. I feel whatever they show you, trust them to be them. Don't put your perception on people or make your own perception about people. Just trust that person to be them, I feel.
Did you ever trust somebody and then it came back to bite you in the butt? No, did he?
um, I don't even know. Like, I don't even know.
So trust ain't really. How you say you might not have. I ain't gonna say you probably haven't had to deal with it, and that's more like girlfriend boyfriend type relationships or whatever.
When it come, I done been cheated on, all that, but I be.
You
want
to finish that sentence or?
Okay.
You've been. I mean, I don't know how much you want to share now. I already done warned you that this can be played back.
I ain't worrying about that.
So what you saying now?
Yeah, I done been cheated on. Like, I done cheated on people. So
okay, you always get a full sentence now. If it applies, don't be that one sided. Like, what we doing?
Yeah, like, one thing about it, I always be realistic when it comes to like relationships and all that. I give people the benefit of the doubt. Nobody perfect. I ain't perfect. So yeah.
Okay. And that you were able to experience that. I don't know if you want to share anything or whatever. I think y'all kind of experienced the situation that we had going on or whatever firsthand. But I just tell people, if you don't trust the person that you're with, regardless of how they violate it, if you don't trust the person that you're with, then you need to leave them alone. Because if you stay with somebody who literally is proven there's no doubt and this person violated the trust, and you don't forgive them and go through that process, because everybody's process is different, some take longer than others, but when you don't truly forgive a person and build back that trust in the right way, and that takes both people, and you gotta have, now you said new boundaries and things like that, but if you don't create that trust again, or one of y'all not willing to do it, you might as well just end the relationship, because it ain't gonna work.
Yeah, it's a waste of time.
Because you don't need 5 days, 5 hours to violate somebody's trust. So, I guess that'll take us into the next subject, sex. So,
sex.
I don't know what he meant when he said that either. It's shout out to Mark from Clubhouse.
I like girls. I love women.
women.
Yep.
Women.
Let's get that on the air. I love women. Shout out to y'all.
You like older women, huh?
I like all women.
You do kind of gravitate towards the older than you crowd. Not so much they're older like that, but you have dated people that were older than me. Was there a difference between the people you dated that were older versus younger?
Yeah. The maturity level, I give them that. Of course, them being older, it's a whole different ball game dealing with older women versus women my age. But yeah,
I'll give a shout out to myself for that, because I think my kids are mature than most people that are their age. So I'm not surprised that they date older people for the ones who have or whatever. Is there any relationship advice you want to give out there for? Because you done experienced some stuff, but I ain't going into your business.
No, we can talk about it.
No.
We could talk about it all.
No, I'm just saying I'm gonna let you, whatever it is you tell. Then okay, I'll go from there, because that's your business, and we are
relationship advice. What advice can I? If I wanted to give my little brother some advice, what would I tell him? Don't be so quick to fall in love. That's what I tell him. Don't be so quick to fall in love.
What's quick though?
Man, what's quick?
Yes, because you really can. You put a time frame on that. What do you mean when you say quick? 1 day, 1 month, 1 year? What are we?
1 week. 1 month, yeah. And I also say, don't forget about yourself. I say that, don't forget about yourself.
You gotta explain that. What does that mean?
All right, what I mean by that, don't forget to put yourself first, always, cause when you hurt and they hurt, ain't nothing you could do. Don't neglect yourself. That's what I would say. Don't put yourself aside.
So what are some things people can do to pamper or not neglect themselves?
Practice balance. Learn how to balance out things. Learn how to balance your relationship with yourself and relationship with your partner and God. Don't forget God for sure. What else can I say?
But what are some things that you giving like theories? Do balance out? How do you balance? How do you put yourself first?
Learning how to set boundaries. So going to work out, spending time with yourself, playing a game, doing whatever. Like, don't let the fact that you got in a relationship change how you was before the relationship. Like, I just feel like that person, whoever they is, they should add on to it, not take away. I feel.
So, are you saying that in relationships you should be able to just stay the same when you meet somebody?
Yeah, you should be yourself. Be yourself. That's what I'm gonna say.
I understand. Okay, you being yourself. You ain't making no changes. How does that work out?
I mean, if you're gonna change for the better. Don't change for the worse. I feel like your partner should bring out the best in you anyway. Like, so I feel like it should also like just add. You add into them, pouring into each other.
Okay. So I got an emergency phone call, y'all. So we're gonna end this right here, and we'll pick this back up later. Y'all come back now. You hear?
Thanks for selling with us today on Fix My Shit, where no relationship is beyond repair. If something spoke to you, challenged you, or helped you see things differently, do us a favor. Like, comment, and subscribe so you stay anchored to the truth and growth. Until next time, keep your heart open, your mind renewed, and your ship headed in the right direction. Peace and progress.